Good morning, everyone. What is going on? We are back again with another episode of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. I believe it's been, 2 weeks? 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks that we've done an episode.
Yeah, we had AJ Herbs a bit about the CEO recap, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah. So, we're back. We're here.
Oh, we missed you. It's been a while.
Yeah, and we're just, getting back into the groove of things. So, bear with us, everyone, that eventually things are going to just completely smooth out. Things are just going to be really okay. And, of course, we'll be bringing back guests, new faces this time. And then, of course, some group episodes here and there. It's just... I would say that our podcast days are on Sundays now rather than Sunday and Monday. But usually for Mondays, I think it worked out for a good number of people. But for us, it was just like, especially with me, when I have work, it's just...
Same, and I have to come down south after my shifts half the time. But you know what? I always have fun. As long as you guys have fun, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, so... We're here, and we're here to give you guys a good episode. No guests this time, but we do have some very interesting topics in gaming, which was something that we originally started with the podcast like years ago.
2020?
Yeah, 2020.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like it's One Piece where you start building up the crew and building up the people, and now you're into the plot.
Yeah, and I would also say that it was our bread and butter back then to talk about gaming related topics and whatnot, like what's going on in gaming, and with myself being involved, and of course with Waluigi being involved with stuff that's going on in gaming, especially with fighting games. We're always in the know, or if we don't know, then we try to figure out.
Or we just get cultured, like one way or another. Someone's going to tell us something.
Yeah, definitely, and which is why we have you, the viewer, the listener, the people who are in the chat currently live. And we are currently live on not only Twitch, but we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook, and we're also live on Kick. So, yeah, we're on the big four right now.
Yeah, that's incredible, actually.
Yeah. Big four. So we're going to see how that goes. We're going to try to see if we can grow that Kick community or whatnot, because you never know. And I will say, when it does come with Kick, there really isn't a scene for fighting games. Like, I look at their viewer counts, and it's like in the hundreds, and it's like, oof, that's not good. But your first person shooters, your IRL streams, those are typically going to do a lot better.
Yeah, Kick is very unique. Looking forward to seeing more of it.
Yeah, so we're on Kick. We're gonna try to see if we can grow a community here, and then have people who are with Kick. Hey, if you like what we do, then follow us on our socials and keep up to date with everything that we got going on. So, with that being said, we got some interesting topics to talk about, and
yeah, we do.
And I would say the month of July has been very, very interesting, because right off the gate we got Microsoft acquiring Activision, and the future of the games on PlayStation and Nintendo. Like, that's very interesting to that we us gamers, we found out is that, okay, we knew for a while that Microsoft was trying to buy and acquire Activision because they got Bethesda,
yes,
which was really huge. So now all of Bethesda's future IP titles are going to be on the Xbox ecosystem, which is good.
Yeah,
which is good, because I'm going to say it, that when it comes to Xbox, it's kind of like it's a lackluster console.
It really is.
because there aren't any games that appeal, that I would, for me, this is just for me, this is not to attack anyone that is a fan of Xbox, because I know there are people that are fanatics of Xbox. They like the brand, they've been with the brand since the OG Xbox, the Xbox 360, the disaster of the Xbox One, when that came out. Yeah, like, you know, we have some Xbox loyalists, so I'm just going to say, for me, since I play on literally everything, I would say that, when it comes to, like, Xbox and some of the games that they had, it's just, like, it's very lackluster. It's like...
It really is.
It doesn't make me want to purchase the console so that way I can play this game. And with the previous generation, with the Xbox One, we also started to see that, hey, now you can play Xbox games on PC. So it's like, at that point, well, what's the point of me purchasing this console? If I can play this game, if I can play Gears of War 5, the Halo 5 on PC, then there's no need for me to purchase an Xbox, because I can just literally play it on PC, which is going to have better specs than the actual console itself. And I don't have to pay online. I don't have to pay a subscription service to play this game. So honestly, to me, it's like, why do I need you? You know?
That's honestly true. Like, most people want to just get free games. They want to get a sample of it. They want to try before they buy, is like the old-fashioned expression, like renting.
Yeah.
That's the cool part. And then there's people that just like the party chats and all the simplicity of it. They just like simple. I do like how the Series S is able to be modded for emulation.
Really?
Yeah, I was actually at Dreadnoughts last night and I seen RetroArch, Dolphin Emulator, PSX2N, all on that. Like, me and Butter Punch were actually playing Budokai Tenkaichi 3 casually on Xbox controllers.
Nice.
So I do respect S being very accommodating. I know the X, I think, could be if you tried. But I feel like not many people want to take that step or know about that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, emulation's a beautiful thing. So if you don't have a PC,
Yeah.
you can use one. The S is much cheaper. I think it's like, what, $400?
The Series S?
Yes.
Oh no, I would say the Series S is about, I would say around 300, or
Ooh,
if you really start, if you really search, you can literally get it for like $250.
That's a steal.
Yeah, like if I, hold on, as a matter of fact, let me go on Amazon right now and look at this price. Xbox Series
Oh
X.
my god, I'm looking at the prices right now.
Xbox Series S. Yeah, boom. First one, $252.
That's impressive.
But it's a renewed one. So let me see a brand new one.
Dude, GameStop is selling like a refurbished one for $179.99.
Bro, that is a steal.
That literally is a steal.
That is a steal.
The only flaw is there's no disc, and that's perfectly fine if that's what you're going for.
Yeah, because if anything, you could just upgrade the hard drive that's inside the console itself, and slap I would say 2 terabyte just to play safe, because you will be surprised how fast you can max out a 1 terabyte console.
Yeah, especially at Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, literally, like.
Then with Mortal Kombat 1 coming out, which we'll discuss later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeesh.
But yeah, like the Series S right now, if you were to get it on Amazon, you're looking at around $290. It's $289, but you add in plus tax, you're looking around like $290. So again, you can get the console for literally under $300, and that's a steal. That is a
I'm
really good steal.
This for emulation, especially that there was also Bloody Roar 4, Def Jam on there. Me and Butter Punch looked at each other like, Def Jam. We were thinking about you at the same time.
Well, I feel honored. Thank you.
Of course. Let's get serious. So, Microsoft to acquire Activision Blizzard to bring joy and community of gaming to everyone across every device is the article that we're currently on from Microsoft News.
And I'll definitely share that in the comments with y'all. But continue reading.
So what you see in the image is like the top 6 games. So I'm still laughing at how like Candy Crush is just very casually. StarCraft, World of Warcraft.
Candy Crush is still going on strong, I tell you.
I'm dead serious. It's like one of the dumbest puzzle games that most people can get invested into, but that's okay. We're not hating.
No.
We just look at you awkwardly.
Oh, definitely.
StarCraft is... I haven't played StarCraft personally, but Diablo I know has been killing it recently with sales and a lot of...
Oh yeah, a lot of people are enjoying Diablo right now.
Someone just summed it up to me at the Hack and Slash, and I didn't realize that.
Is it?
I'm a little bit uncultured. Like, Overwatch is as far as I got, but Overwatch slowly is just draining itself.
It's been draining itself since the very first one, but that's not news.
No, I think 2 is what made it worse with the Battle Pass. Like, they started doing Battle Passes instead of loot boxes. So you have to earn your character through a Battle Pass series, or you can just purchase it right off the bat. Skins will cost like around $20 or so, or like their currency. Yeah, if you want $20 for a skin, I would be worried about your budgets. But if you have the money, you have the money. So let's see. I'm just trying to sum it up. Advisors, Goldman Sachs, about Microsoft. Wow, this is actually deeper than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, here's a part I want to read out, if you don't mind.
Go on.
All right, so in the article that we've dropped the link in the chat. Don't worry. Next episode, whenever we do like news podcast episodes, we're gonna make sure that you guys are also able to see the actual article itself rather than just the link. But give us time. So. An interesting part is the acquisition also bolsters Microsoft Game Pass portfolio with plans to launch Activision Blizzard games into Game Pass, which has reached a new milestone of over 25 million subscribers, with Activision Blizzard's nearly 400 million monthly active players in 190 countries and $3 billion franchises.
Ish.
This acquisition will make Game Pass one of the most compelling and diverse lineups of gaming content in the industry. Upon close, Microsoft will have 30 internal game development studios along with additional publishing and esports production capabilities. So,
Oh my god.
so it's a big deal. It's a really big deal, and it's really going to start changing things of how gaming is going to go, moving forward. I do see that there is another article which I'll also link in the comments to y'all as well, that the merger, Microsoft Activision merger deadline extended to October 18. I'll post that in the comments. If you thought the 18 months were enough for the Microsoft Activision deal, they weren't. The official closing date for the Microsoft Activision merger was yesterday. Since the deal couldn't close due to the lingering issue with the UK regulators, the merging parties will have renegotiated and updated the Microsoft Activision deal termination date to October 18. The deal has been extended for another 3 months, and the termination fee for Microsoft has been increased by $1.5 billion USD to a total of $4.5 billion USD if the deal fails. The termination fee is only paid if the deal cannot close before the closing date and the parties refuse to negotiate.
Oh my god. So it's serious, folks.
Oh yeah, it's definitely serious. Like, gaming is about to, take on a whole new form right about now.
It's been a business, but we never really considered it until like recently.
Yeah. And it's a good thing because I know I was, seeing like rumors and stuff about, PlayStation, being very, very salty about this, or they're trying to stop this deal from going forward or whatnot, because on the PlayStation side, you have a lot of people that play Call of Duty and Overwatch on PlayStation. I believe the player count is higher on the PlayStation than it is on the Xbox.
Yeah,
so
I can agree with that.
So I can see why PlayStation may kind of feel some type of way, because it's just like, well, if this deal goes through, then we may be just axed out completely. Like, we're going to lose all of those players that would just buy a PlayStation and all they play is just Call of Duty. Like, honestly, like, the people who would just like, you have the people who just buy a console, like a PlayStation, and the typical games that they'll have one of these 5 games, or if not all of them. Call of Duty, Madden, they'll also have, or I wouldn't say Madden, but sports games. They'll also have Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah.
Maybe one fighting game, and maybe a party game. Those 5 is all that they're gonna have. Very, very rare you'll have some of them that'll have like a RPG game or JRPG game or an action game. Very rare, but usually that's like the common 5. Call of Duty, sometimes maybe Overwatch, sports game, Madden, FIFA, NBA.
Yeah.
They'll always have Grand Theft Auto, because why? Why not? A fighting game, most likely Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, because those are like the top 2.
Yeah.
And a party game where, everyone can play.
No, PlayStation All Stars. I'm joking.
Oh no.
I'm joking.
Oh no. But in this next article that I'm gonna also read to y'all, Sony signs binding agreement with Microsoft to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. So at least there is hope for PlayStation. At least there's like some hope. So Phil Spencer tweeted out on July 16 that we are pleased to announce that Microsoft and PlayStation have signed a binding agreement to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation following the acquisition of Activision Blizzard. We look forward to a future where players globally have more choice to play their favorite games.
Which is respectable.
But there's also something that I'm like, yeah, we'll be able to play Call of Duty games even though it's owned by Microsoft, but my question is, how long?
That's true.
How long? Like, okay, next Call of Duty?
Possibly.
Yeah, next Call of Duty, yeah, but what about the Call of Duty after that? Because we already know Call of Duty comes out literally every year, so...
Yeah, there's no winning in regards to what might happen in the future when it comes to that. But as long as crossplay is existent, it should be fun in theory. But if they just straight up just say, hey, Xbox, it's ours. We're keeping Call of Duty, then that's when you know, like, players will be in shambles. Because if Call of Duty is your only game, and that's where things might just get situational.
Yeah. And I do just have this feeling that because of the whole, acquisition, and then of course, hey, with PlayStation signing a binding agreement with them, I just have a feeling that I think the reason why Microsoft is doing that is because they know that they will lose out on a good chunk of people on the PlayStation side that'll help them generate profit. So just like, okay, if we were to make Call of Duty exclusively to Xbox, we may just lose out on millions, if not billions of dollars on the money that we would make on the PlayStation side.
Oh yeah, residual sales, battle passes, etc. Or even just streaming in general.
Yeah, but I always thought that, and this was like back in the Xbox 360 days, that when I was like playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2, I always felt like Call of Duty should have just stayed on Xbox. Like that should have just been like Microsoft should have been got Activision when Call of Duty was on its hot moments. Like you had Modern Warfare 2, you had Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. When you had just those big four heavy-hitting games,
yeah, Xbox took over.
Yeah, Xbox took over. Like it should have just been on Xbox. Just stay on it. Like if you wanted to play Call of Duty, and if you wanted to have like the best games, the best matches, and then of course if you was also a content creator, you also want to get like the best moments, you had to be on Xbox for that. Like it was a requirement.
Like, not to be biased, but 360 was very accommodating with the way things were set up, the simplicity of the party chats, and the fact that Search and Destroy literally said, forget your party chat, you're going to be on game chat.
Yeah.
I love the old days like that sometimes. I miss it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just like, they should have just had it there.
They should have.
They should have had it there, and then when the disaster happened, and that was with the launch of the Xbox One, that's when we started to see the shift from all the Call of Duty people that were on Xbox have now moved to PS4.
Yeah,
it was a huge shift, because I remember on the PS3, yeah, you had a good number of people that would play Call of Duty on the PS3, but the online was like it was alright, it was functional, but it wasn't as good as the Xbox 360. And then when the shift happened, and now all the Call of Duty players are now playing on PlayStation, some of them have even converted to PC completely, they're just like, yeah,
I can agree with that.
But with the article, Brad Smith on Twitter says, from day one of this acquisition, we've been committed to addressing the concerns of regulators, platform and game developers, and consumers. Even after we cross the finish line for this deal's approval, we will remain focused on ensuring that Call of Duty remains available on more platforms and for more consumers than ever before. So then my question I need to ask is, how come Call of Duty isn't on the Nintendo Switch?
Dear God, you might trigger some people for that one.
I think we all know why Call of Duty is not on the Nintendo Switch, but I'm gonna let you think on that. If you're watching this, mention in the comment on, hey, why do you think Call of Duty is not on the Nintendo Switch? I would love to hear your comments.
The game barely runs on 30 frames per second, and that's in general.
Yeah.
And Activision/Blizzard also has Overwatch on Nintendo Switch, I believe.
Yeah, they do.
That still baffles me. But if I had Call of Duty, I don't even think the game would run properly just because it's only Wi-Fi and there's no Ethernet ports. It would be a little bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
I think they know why.
Yeah, I believe so too. And hold on, we have someone in the chat that says, bro, turn down the sound a little bit. Mic is too loud. All right, let me turn it down a good couple of notches. All right, I think that should be okay. Better? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, like it was just so. It was like it's. I still laugh at this. I think the last Call of Duty that was on a Nintendo product was the Nintendo Wii U, and I think that was Black Ops 2.
World at War, I think.
That was the latest one. Like Black Ops 2 was like the latest Call of Duty that was on a Nintendo product. So Nintendo didn't get Call of Duty Ghost. They didn't get Black Ops 3.
Oh, they had Black Ops 1. That's so weird.
They didn't have Advanced Warfare. They didn't have Infinite Warfare. They didn't have Modern Warfare, the 2019. They didn't have Black Ops Cold War. They didn't have Vanguard. And, of course, they don't have Modern Warfare 2. Nintendo doesn't have none of those. And we already know why, because the fact that, the hardware is it's not strong enough to run it.
And I think the last people want to have is like a gun mod that they can use to aim at their own TV, to aim properly. Yeah, I played World of War on it, so that's how I know.
Ah, okay.
It was just so awkward to hold that your own joystick you're moving with, and just like your B is your trigger. It was an awkward shaped device. Innovative on their end, but it was just really redundant in the long run.
I agree.
Oh my god, that just gave me flashbacks. That was like, when did it come out? Oh my gosh, I'm looking at dates. Almost like over 10 years ago, or 15 years. When did Black Ops come out?
What, Black Ops 1?
Yeah.
Look it up. I think it was...
Black Ops, date of release.
I think it was, if it was not 2009, I think it was 2010.
Oh my god, 13 years plus. Because I'm also thinking of, I played World of War. So that's how I go. I'm backtracking. Oh, jeez. That's just so awkward. That gives me a headache. I would not want to see any Black Ops or any new games, any new shooters on a Nintendo Switch.
No.
Oh god, they give me like a little bit of a heart attack. I'm imagining right now. I'd rather have Duck Hunt or something. Anyways, so what's the next part?
The next part of this article, before we move on to our next topic, is that Axios got confirmation that the Sony Call of Duty deal is for 10 years, which is the same deal Nintendo made. So this is from Steven Totilo. Sony has confirmed with me, Axios, that PlayStation's Call of Duty deal with Microsoft pending Activision purchase is for 10 years. I'm looking forward to still being on this beat in 2033 and covering the next round of Nintendo, Nvidia, and Sony contract negotiations for Call of Duty. So we got Call of Duty on the PlayStation for the next 10 years. Yay. It's good. It's good. But I would say for PlayStation, y'all need to start developing or creating or just maybe bringing back some of the other shooters that you had that was exclusive to your platform. Like, start bringing those back to compete against Call of Duty. But we all know that trying to compete with Call of Duty is like good luck, because many game studios have tried to dethrone Call of Duty, beat Call of Duty, but just like
Literally.
Call of Duty is its own beast, and I think
It's its own genre.
yeah, and it's its own competition that's done it so well over the years. So it's just like, if you were to try to make a game to compete against Call of Duty, then it's just like, well, good luck, because many have tried. If you remember back in the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 days, how many games have you played that were similar to Call of Duty, but it just like it wasn't it. It wasn't it. Like, we see what you're trying to do, but in the long run, it's just you're gonna burn out, and we've seen that so many times.
Way too many times.
Yeah,
There's a lot of shooters that try to compete, even the Battle Royale theme.
I believe the Battle Royale was a very different and unique thing, because it wasn't trying to compete against Call of Duty, but I think at that time it was just trying to distinguish itself as its own individual genre, because you had PUBG, which was like the very first one that got popular really quick, and then out of the blue, Fortnite Battle Royale comes out and just goes through the roof, completely dethroning PUBG, which you don't even hear about PUBG anymore. You don't even hear about the game anymore. Like, good lord, like,
Oh my god. I just heard about them like a couple days ago, where they have like another collab. Like, they had Jujutsu Kaisen, they have Street Fighter now.
I think
Street Fighter 6.
I mean, hey, that's the way to go. Is like, hey, if you're trying to get some relevancy, start doing some collabs, because look at Fortnite. Fortnite has been killing it.
It has. We downplayed it, and they proved us wrong.
Yeah, literally, like you would think like, oh my goodness, now they're having this. It was just like, okay, this is ridiculous.
But
And
they're
then
adding so many culture, series, anime.
yeah, and I think the best one was when they had Thanos in Fortnite with the
Yeah.
Infinity Gauntlet. That was the best one.
Star Wars was the funniest.
Yes. There's just so much, and then of course they start bringing the anime into it. You had the My Hero, that hilarious. It was
They
hilarious.
brought Futurama now.
Yeah, Fortnite is, as I said, it's a completely different beast.
The contracts are all over the place.
Yeah, this is like they're just bringing a lot more in, and now the popularity of the no build mode, where you don't have to worry about building, it's better. Like, this is what people wanted, because there's like, you're trying to compete against someone that knows how to build really quick. It's just like, bro.
It's just like, let me just grab my chair and just see. If they're gonna shoot.
Exactly.
Yeah, they did have a Street Fighter collab at one point. I'm trying to think what else. But the funniest thing is, people just like make dumb edits promoting the game.
Yeah.
Someone literally just had this whole dance compilation with Fry from Futurama last night, doing Brazilian funk music. I was dying of laughter over this video. But I definitely love the creativity. Major respect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, so our next topic, and we're still going to talk more about Xbox, y'all. We're still going to talk more about Xbox, and
It's been a while.
because, as I said, a lot of gaming news came out this month, which is a good thing. So we're just keeping y'all abreast to what's going on. So if you haven't heard, and I'm going to post the link in the chat, Xbox Live Gold being replaced by Game Pass Core. This is something brand new.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and post that link. The link's in the chat for y'all. And as I said, for those that are just coming into the podcast stream, next one, when we do this again, we will make sure that you guys get to see the same screen that we're seeing, so that way y'all can follow with us. So Xbox Live Gold being replaced by Game Pass Core. And it reads as follows. After a little over 20 years, it seems like Microsoft is finally ready to let go of Xbox Live Gold and replace it with a newer subscription called Xbox Game Pass Core. There have been rumblings that There have been rumblings of Xbox killing its Gold subscription for some time now, but today Xbox has officially announced the new subscription tier to Xbox Game Pass called Core, which will be officially replacing Live Gold starting September 14th.
Huh.
And this is what it's going to entail. Game Pass Core is required to play online multiplayer. Duh.
Yeah.
Core will have the same pricing as Xbox Live Gold, $9, $10 a month, or $60 a year. All existing Xbox Live Gold subscribers will automatically be converted to Core subscribers. The list of games will continue to increase and change over time. Games with Gold end September 1st. Previous owned games with Gold, including Xbox 360 games and Xbox games, will remain in your account. Same discount on purchases as Game Pass subscribers. Offers more than 25 Game Pass games, including Among Us, Descenders, Dishonored 2, Doom Eternal, Fable Anniversary, Fallout 4, Fallout 76, Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, Grounded, Halo 5 Guardians, Halo Wars 2, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, Human Fall Flat Inside, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Psychonauts 2, State of Decay 2, and Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited.
That's not that bad, actually.
The list of games will continue to grow and change 2 or 3 times a year, according to Xbox. So things are ramping up pretty good for Xbox right about now, and it's looking to be like, hey, it's going to be a good time to be an Xbox gamer if you're looking into getting on this new subscription model that they have. And with the link that I posted in the chat, you guys can see for the article for yourself and see when you scroll down, choose the plan that's right for you. You have Core, you have console, you have PC, and Ultimate. And I believe Ultimate offers you hundreds of high quality games on console, PC, and cloud. New games on day one, member deals, discounts, and perks, online console members, multiplayer, and EA Play membership.
Huh. So we did talk about how it'd be pointless just to get Live or Ultimate Game Pass when most people are on PC.
Yeah.
When you can just get a PC subscription.
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
I would low-key do this. Because paying $16.99 per month for a console I don't even use, or if the servers are dead for certain games, just go PC.
Yeah, literally.
I wonder if it's cloud-based, like where your save files would go from your Xbox and so forth, but I'm sure I'll figure that out later.
Is cross save?
Yes. There's only very few games that have that nowadays.
Yeah.
Steam is the only one that does it. But Xbox I haven't heard much about.
Well, we're going to have to see when this rolls out in September.
Yes.
All right, so our next topic is, this is an interesting one. Going to go ahead and post this in the chat for y'all so that way y'all can paste. So y'all can see that for yourselves. And this is the next article. And it's pretty much Legacy Call of Duty games matchmaking fixed on Xbox 360. So pretty much what that means is, hey, if you enjoy playing games like Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, well, guess what? The matchmaking is fixed. You can now enjoy these games. Yes. You can literally go back to the past and enjoy a full game of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare.
What?
Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Like, hey, they fixed the multiplayer.
That took them a while, didn't it?
Yeah, like soon as the merger was like success, then boom, this happened. I was just like, okay.
They're like, you know what? Let's bless up the other players. Let's fix this shit. Let's get more people going.
Yes.
And now people can buy these at the game store without worry of like hack servers or
exactly
and such. I think that's how I played. Like Black Ops 2, I entered a lobby where I ended up getting all the achievements. I'm like, this is stupid. I actually want to lose in style. But major respect. I'm glad they're actually like caring about the players that loved like the classics.
Oh yeah, and currently right now on the Xbox Store, the games are pretty cheap. Like Modern Warfare 3, you can get it for literally $15. Black Ops, you can literally get it for $15. Modern Warfare 2, you can get it for $10, and Black Ops 2, you can get it for $15. So, hey, if you're a Call of Duty guy and you enjoy the past Call of Duty games, or at least the top big four, which is Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3, and you have an Xbox, go ahead and download, buy them, play them, have a good time.
Yeah, if you're still on the one, it should be doable cross-platform or compatibility.
And that's the best thing about Xbox, which I'm gonna give praise to, is the fact that at least on the Xbox platform, you can play your Xbox 360 games on either the Xbox One or the Xbox Series. PlayStation. Now, I will say this. Y'all did good. Y'all did good with the PS5 where, hey, we can have backwards compatibility with the PS4 games. But I would have loved to have this feature on the PS3. Like, I would love to play some of my PS3 games on the PS5, but
that would have made money.
Yeah.
But yet they did they do have it on the PS4? You're able to play PS3 games?
PS4 to PS3? No.
Wow, I did not know this.
Yeah, the PS4 was not backwards compatible.
Because PS2, you could play the PS1 games.
Yes.
That's so ass backwards.
And if you had the PS3, or at least the Fat Boy PS3, you could have played your PS2 and your PS1 games on the Fat Boy PS3 because that was backwards compatible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So, PlayStation, y'all kind of dropped the ball with the PS5. Granted, I still love my PS5. Due to the fact that I could still have access to my PS4 library and play my PS4 games on the PS5. But I still have a huge library on the PS3
that isn't even compatible.
That's not even compatible. Like, what's up with that?
Wow, that's a tragedy on its own.
Yeah, literally. It's like, now I have to keep a PS3 in order for me to enjoy these games, because there's no way I can play them on the newest console unless you want to buy their stupid subscription service, which is ass. I'm sorry, but it is.
It's very lackluster.
Yeah.
The fact that PS3 updated like maybe a year ago, which is still a shocker to me, just to make sure, hey, your mods aren't going to work here anymore, bitch. That's what it was.
Yeah, literally.
And nobody's going to update it because most people forget.
Yeah.
But good for the legacy Call of Duty games that come back from the dead and the matchmaking working, so you won't get headshot every single time you spawn or griefed.
Oh yeah.
Or literally just even your own account getting hacked. At least you're now safe to play these games, is what they're just basically saying.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So I can't front that.
Yeah, Soda says it's a major W. I actually want to play Call of Duty more now.
All right, so our next article is Insomniac Games is working on another AAA unannounced game. Okay. And I'm interested in seeing and knowing what could it be, because I'm speculating. All right, what can Insomniac do? Because granted, they're working on Spider-Man, they're working on Wolverine.
But Wolverine's going to be crazy.
Yeah. And with how good Spider-Man was, especially on the PS4, and then of course you also had the Miles Morales one that you were able to play on the PS5. We already know that the Spider-Man 2 is going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And you already know with that, Wolverine is going to be even good. Now, what is Insomniac trying to do? They're trying to make an unannounced game. Is it going to be a Marvel game? Because we're starting to see a pattern. Or are you guys going to revisit possibly older titles, or maybe possibly rebooting an older title to...
That's tricky.
Yeah, it's tricky. But if I have a wish, and I do, please bring back Resistance. I would be completely fine if y'all rebooted the entire series. Bring back Resistance, because that was legendary. I don't like 3. That's just my personal opinion. Granted, I know it's a continuation of 2, but y'all had it right with Resistance 2. beautiful, very well done from start to finish. Resistance 1, good introduction. 2, loved it. 3, but I do not mind if y'all want to reboot the series and go a different direction, but bring back Resistance, please. That's all I'm asking. Bring back Resistance. But or who? No. That was Sucker Punch, because I was thinking about Infamous. But
I'm just looking at the past, like, Insomniac games. I'm just trying to think, what could they do?
if it's like another Ratchet and Clank game, I mean, okay. I mean, I've played them all. They're all good. I have nothing negative to say about Ratchet and Clank games. But if it's an unannounced game and it's a AAA game,
I'm leaning towards Spyro.
but Spyro's Activision.
Ah, shit, you're right.
Yeah, Spyro's now Activision now.
Because I was looking at Insomniac Games, like the website. But you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
So it could be like a completely new IP, which I'm cool with.
We're about it.
Or you're bringing back a series that y'all used to do. And if it's Resistance, please bring back Resistance. That would sell. That would sell.
Most likely, I'm leaning towards it's going to be another Marvel game.
That too.
It's looking like an obvious like statement, but like who else can you bring up besides like Wolverine, Spider-Man, Venom, maybe Ghost Rider again? Honestly, that was a trash game when it first came out. Another generic like Devil May Cry hack and slash. I remember this because I played it on the PlayStation 2 actually. So there's a lot of possibilities, but we're all leaning towards Marvel from what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because Marvel knows how to like adjust the pace, except for Miles Morales, because I've heard it's like fast paced.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2, I feel like it's going to be a lot slower. Wolverine, I don't know the pace, but I'm guessing it's going to be more open world and free travel.
I just hope with Wolverine, they don't, don't tone down. I would say do not tone down the violence.
I think it's going to be R-rated or M-rated.
Yeah, it has to be M-rated.
Because knowing Wolverine himself, he has no chill.
No, he does not.
Like, even comic book wise, movie wise, it's still the funniest like adaptation. I wonder who his voice actor is going to be. If it's not Hugh Jackman, I'll most likely be disappointed. Or at least the guy who's been doing it for like the original X-Men series.
Yeah. Steve Bloom. Steve Bloom. Like, yeah. Like if they get like another voice actor and it's not Steve Bloom for Wolverine, I'm just like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Either Hugh Jackman or Steve Bloom. That's it. But next topic is going to be interesting, and that is Mortal Kombat 1 Combat Pack DLC and the Umgadi trailer.
I watched it like a few times.
Same.
So I do like how they brought back Li Mei. They showed Darius as a cameo. Honestly, I didn't like the Tanya design that much.
Nah.
And I love how the NRS community are attacking people for saying this. They're going straight for the race car, but it's just the way she looks. I don't like the attire. I don't like the way, like...
Yeah, like, even for me, I'm just like...
Her moveset's a bit awkward.
I mean, from MKX, like, Tanya is a very weird character.
Yeah.
Very, very, strange and weird. But at least for looks and appeal-wise, like, previous Mortal Kombat, she always looked good.
She looked amazing.
Yeah. MKX, she looked great. This one is just like, but whatever.
I mean, as long as she performs well in the game, or at least has a good like point in the story. Then lore-wise, she is like in love with Melina.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Anyways, but now we have like, this is probably the weirdest DLC that MK has produced.
Yes.
Hands down. Because there are 3 different comic book companies, all under this.
Yeah.
Because you have Dynamite, which is going to be with the boys, correct me if I'm wrong, or Image Studios. Then you have an Amazon / not Dark Horse. Dynamite Entertainment with Omni-Man, correct me if I'm wrong, or Invincible series. Then you have DC, which is obviously with NetherRealm / Warner Brothers for Peacemaker. Mm-hmm. You have Takeda Takahashi in the right-hand side.
Yeah, I was surprised that he's back.
Yeah, I'm surprised because we were missing him for like 11.
Yeah.
And even in the voice lines, they're like, hey, where's this guy at? And everyone has something to say. Quan Chi is back, which I'm actually happy to see. Ermac, the way he looks is kind of disappointing. Because they really went for the ugly look. I think they're trying to show that, one, even in these conditions, he's probably seen some stuff. Or two, they want people to buy a skin for him to look good.
I'm gonna guess the latter of that. I'm gonna guess the second option because when I saw that, I'm happy Ermac is in because even from the leaks, I was like, oh, they're bringing back Ermac, okay. And then when I saw him, just like I'm trying to bring my excitement to up here, but it's just like, bro, why the fuck he look like that? Yo, why the fuck Ermac looks like that? Like,
He just looks like an Ernie, honestly.
like,
What the hell do we do about this?
bro, y'all could have just give him the little mask thing,
And
make it red, and call it a day. Like, I saw somewhere on Twitter, like, someone just, put the mask thing over
They
him.
edit it.
Yeah, they edited it, and it's just like, boom, he looks better. Cool. But now you see his whole face, it's just like, the fuck is this?
I'm still wondering, yeah, it's just weird. But I love how they have 3 different crooked superheroes.
Yeah.
Because they have Homelander from The Boys in the middle, they have Omni-Man in the center, and then they have Peacemaker.
Yeah.
They have they're all like POSs or really bad people in their own shows. Well, Peacemaker is trying to be a hero, but that's a whole different story. But Omni-Man is literally like the strongest out of all those 3. If you've seen Invincible or anybody watches Invincible, like, it's a good series overall, and you're just gonna see how corrupted this man is compared to Homelander.
I think you just have nothing but anti-heroes. Like,
Literally.
you have 3 anti-heroes on this combat pack, and listen, I'm excited for it.
I mean, I respect the look for Takeda.
Yes.
He looks more futuristic. Mm-hmm. So it could be some kind of timeline change.
Oh, yeah.
Vandy Umgadi, you have Lee May announced Tanya and Baraka. Baraka looks so freaking deadly.
Yeah.
Mid-screen corner carry combos, like from the corner to the other side. I was just fascinated.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 1 is looking to be very, very interesting. And I believe this week we're going to have another Mortal Kombat trailer with more characters being announced. So I'm excited for it. Now, when it comes to Mortal Kombat 1, I do have this feeling that we're not going to have Special Forces and Black Dragon because the fact that they're...
I think it's just straight up Black Dragon and civilians.
No, I don't think there's going to be a Black Dragon because Kano's he's a cameo now.
Oh no, I'm talking about Kenshi. No, he's not a Black Dragon. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
He's just trying to get his sword back from his dad.
I think from how I'm looking at how the Mortal Kombat 1 story is going to be, it's like you're not going to have... I mean, of course, you have like Johnny Cage from actual Earthrealm, and then, of course, you also have the other side where it's just like Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Raiden. You also have people from Edenia. You also have people from Outworld.
You have the Umgadi now.
Yeah, so Soto says, give me Stryker, but Stryker's cameo.
You know, it's good. He's finally back after a while. I'm not objecting it.
No.
A little bit of something beats a whole lot of nothing.
No, but I have a feeling more characters are going to be announced this week.
So, speaking of character announcements, seeing Darius as a cameo, that's old school. Like, I wasn't expecting that. But did you see last night's trailer?
Geras.
Yes.
Yes.
Geras and Darius, oh my god, folks, watching Geras cook with a command grab towards the end, or a throw, that's freaking toxic as hell. But I like the story-wise, instead of him with Kronika, he's with Liu Kang because he has no choice. He's like, yeah, it's been eons. What you're doing might be a little suspicious. I advise you. He's an advisor, like he always has.
Yeah, they made Geras to be a good guy, and I hope that he's more interesting in this story timeline than MK11 because, honestly, MK11, he was very forgettable.
He is unkillable, is what he was.
Yeah, but I'll just say, his character, he was, you can easily forget about him.
Yeah, he was a strong character, like it's not a top character, but more like mid-high
Yeah,
for the ratings that a lot of people provided.
he was just more so just Kronika's just lackey or whatnot. That was pretty much it. Like
And he's Liu Kang's lackey in all technicalities, but I think you're going to see some development with it. And
yeah, like I wanted to see character development with him in MK11, but it was just like pff, this guy's boring, easily forgettable.
but watching his trailer, like him getting a real trailer, I think everybody's getting a trailer.
Yeah,
It's actually pretty dope. The fatalities, godlike.
bro, did you see Liu Kang's fatality?
Yes, you can see it on YouTube, but we're going to tell you anyways. It's a legit. He made his own black hole. Like he is showing his own power compared to Raiden.
Bro,
Like-
I was blown away by that. I was like, did this man just take him to space?
And just like had a black hole absorb the man from like his toes all the way through like his intestines, and just that's it.
I was like, bro.
And here's his sandstorm fatality. I like how they synced them at the same time, because they just both grab him by the neck and they're like, "Hey, this is what you're dealing with."
Yeah.
I am like super hyped, but watching the Darius cameo combo, where like he's just swinging to the side or like swinging round and round and just a continuous string, and seeing Sector with his like fire just temporarily stunning or continuing a string.
Yeah.
I am excited.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be really, really exciting, and I can't wait to bring it to Flynn's. I know me and Herbs, we got plans for Mortal Kombat 1.
I'm still laughing at how ironic that it's a Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, the rumor of the Nintendo Switch.
No,
2?
no, it's actually going to be on Nintendo Switch as well.
Really?
It's going to be really dumb. But I hope they have like a crossplay where you can just X out a certain console.
Nah. Let me play against some Nintendo Switch players.
My eyes. I'm going to be playing on this like 1044 hertz screen with this high running end like gear, and all I'm just seeing is Nintendo Switch on Wi-Fi.
So too, we are not bringing back mocap. No.
Bring back meat. No, I'm kidding.
Hell no. meat no.
We gotta
Mocap, no.
We have to make a clip and just show like the image of meat, and then it's just like, oh hell no.
No.
So Herbs wants Reptile actually.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see Reptile in the next trailer.
Like
hopefully.
we need to see like most of the ninjas.
Yeah.
I say most because no one really cares about Chameleon. Sadly,
No.
Reptile is always a great choice.
Yeah, like you need to have, of course, the obvious two: Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Smoke. Thank you for bringing him back. Rain is in, Ermac is in, Reptile. I would like to see Tremor in this one as well.
Wow. I feel like he's gonna be a cameo.
I hope not.
That'd be the dumbest unblockable cameo.
I hope not, because Tremor was. Listen, if you played MKX and when Tremor was announced and he was released,
He was a top character already.
yeah,
Or the unblockable strings, or like
bro. Tremor. Listen, if you knew how to play Tremor, you were nasty. Like you could zone people out, and of course corner pressure.
Ooh, Ferritor would be a good choice as like either a competitor.
No. Do not bring back Ferratora. No, sorry.
Maybe a cameo I can see.
Cameo, yes.
But as an actual character story-wise, I don't see otherwise, because Devora killed him off immediately. Like, the story's so irrelevant that she just killed him off screen.
Yeah. Don't bring back Ferratora.
But I am looking forward like to the combat pack, even though it did look a little lackluster. I do dig the animation. Like they're putting money into this.
Yeah.
And I was mentioning earlier, yeah, the game's going to be like 100 gigabytes.
Yeah.
That's a Western fighting game for you, but you know what? That's okay. Because the fact is, if you're playing on PC, make sure your specs are up to date.
Yes.
Because I tried on this laptop and I couldn't even play at 30 frames per second.
Damn.
I mean, this thing is like from 2020, so I understand.
Yeah.
And it's like a Ryzen 7. I'm on a Ryzen 9 now with a good GPU. I'm ready. Or I'm probably just going to cry after buying it. But that's not important. So,
All right. Our next topic, Capcom. Capcom to release unannounced game by March 2024, expected to sell millions. a lot of people on Twitter were speculating this, and
There's
even
too many.
I was even speculating this. And
Can we both agree that it's not going to be Darkstalkers? I don't think so. It would not make millions.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Maybe the hundreds and thousands, or maybe a couple million, but not fully millions. I hate to say it, but we haven't had a Darkstalkers game in like 20 years.
Yeah.
It would be unexpected, but with the FGC, nobody knows. But I'm looking at the comments right now. They're just like,
Same. And Lost Planet would be good, but
really? I haven't heard that name in years.
the best one was Lost Planet 2 because 3 was ass. One was good. It was a starting point. 2 was even better. 3 is just like, what the hell? What are y'all thinking, Capcom? For my speculations, a new Marvel vs. Capcom, because that's easily $1 million seller game.
100%.
Easy $1 million.
Disney's just like, we give you our blessing. Use it however you want it. I say it would sell.
Yeah.
As long as it's not Infinite style,
No.
we're good.
No, because with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, of course, the gameplay was okay, 2v2. I mean, they took it back to its traditional roots with Marvel vs. Capcom. But everyone's familiar with the 3v3. I think that's where Marvel vs. Capcom really shined the best, was the
hell yeah.
3v3. And they did not have, with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, they did not have the X-Men characters. There was a lot of characters that was just like completely missing that you had in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but you didn't have it in Infinite, and just like, what the hell? Like, you had two Resident Evil characters, but no Wesker. Like,
That's dumb.
yeah, that is completely dumb. Like, no Wesker. Okay, that's an L right there. No X-Men characters, another L right there. This was also a good opportunity to possibly bring back some other characters from previous Marvel vs. Capcom games, but they didn't.
Oh my god.
Unfortunate.
I just found out a good idea for a topic in the future.
What?
Who would you want in Marvel vs. Capcom 4 if there's ever one to be released? Because, like, I imagine how stupid everyone would be if, like, Dimitrescu would be in there.
I would not rule that like, she would be on par with like Sentinel, Nemesis.
Oh, yeah.
She would have to be like on that type of level as a heavy hitter. Amigo or Ruby Heart from Capcom. Never heard of those games. But an easy $1 million seller game, another Monster Hunter.
Yeah, obviously.
Because Monster Hunter World sold stupid crazy. And it was finally, after so many years, it's now back on a PlayStation console.
Amigo is a cactus guy from MV2.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know he had a name.
Oh, okay. Now remember. Yeah, Marvel's got to come too. Yeah, now remember.
Dripping. Anyways.
But easy millions on like if a game that Capcom knows that'll sell millions. I'm thinking Mega Man, another Devil May Cry.
Honestly, I can agree with that.
Marvel vs. Capcom 4, or new Marvel vs. Capcom. Another Resident Evil, but it's just like you don't want to milk it too much.
Because you already had 7.
Yeah, and 8.
And 8, and the DLC for it.
Yeah, I said Monster Hunter, Devil May Cry, Mega Man, Marvel vs. Capcom.
I'm looking at all the Capcom games quickly, just as an idea.
Capcom got a lot.
At least, because yeah, they pretty much.
Capcom got a lot of IPs.
They literally do. Like another Mega Man would be good. Monster Hunter. Obviously, Marvel vs. Capcom. Ghosts and Goblins definitely wouldn't be one.
Ace Attorney.
Ace Attorney wouldn't.
Ace Attorney. Yeah, I'm looking at the list right now.
So,
Ace Attorney.
Watching the fan base is pretty incredible, actually. The Ace Attorney fan base is so freaking weird. Onimusha, which is one I didn't think about.
Yeah, but man, they haven't brought since the PS2 days. That's from the PS2 because there wasn't an Onimusha for PS3, unfortunately. They did remaster, I think, 1 and 2, and I don't think it went anywhere. So I can definitely say that cut Onimusha out of the equation.
There is one possibility, I would say. Dead Rising.
Yeah.
That is one of those weird
Yeah.
possibilities.
Dead Rising, I can definitely see that making millions.
Because as much as it is a zombie theme, we haven't seen much of a hack and slash similar with that much creativity.
Yeah.
With it being the last one being like 2016. So there is an opportunity where that may randomly rise up. They just gotta up the customization game, or keep things the way they were with with a different story, or at least some more options.
Yeah.
Because you can definitely cook with a lot of opportunities. Like Dead Rising 2 is really good. I never played the rest of them. Now, the more I think about it,
Some games. All right. So as I'm looking at this list, and it's a Wikipedia list. I can definitely see Ace Attorney making millions. Bionic Commando, possibly. Breath of Fire, Buster Bros, Darkstalkers, possibly. Dead Rising, guaranteed millions. Devil May Cry, guaranteed millions.
Dino Crisis.
Guaranteed millions. Dragon's Dogma.
I have heard about this game. It's brutal.
Dragon's Dogma.
It's like
Eh.
I would say Dark Souls style, but you see your character getting like mauled.
Yeah.
It's far more brutal.
Final Fight, man. Geist Crusher, man. Ghost and Goblins,
Millions? No, I wouldn't say.
possibly. I would say possibly.
If it's more open world, if they brought back the classic, then hell no.
Lost Planet. If they go back to the roots of the first one and the second one, it's a possible. Marvel vs. Capcom, easy millions. Mega Man, easy millions. Monster Hunter, easy millions. Okami, easy millions.
That is a possibility.
Yes.
Soto mentioned that too.
Onimusha, meh,
Power Stone, no.
no.
That game died. Resident Evil would be another.
Easy millions. Rival Schools,
No.
no. Sengoku, Basara, no. Star Gladiator, no. Steel Battalion, no. Street Fighter, we already know. Strider, possibly. Beautiful Joe, I would love to see a new Beautiful Joe.
These two are like low probability, but they could potentially make millions. Because Strider is like one of those characters that are one iconic and two. No one has they done a 3D version of this game?
Yes, it's on the PS4.
Oh, okay, good to know. I didn't
Yeah.
know. Beautiful Joe was like PS2 era,
Yeah.
and it had its own show, I believe.
Yeah. It was a completely unique game at its time, and I played one, played two, loved them both. And I was just like, can we get a 3 for the PS3? No? PS4? No?
Ah, that bites.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell what Capcom's going to release in next year.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to have a teaser, and then people are going to leak it, and then they're just like, oh, hey, we found it.
Yeah.
That's what will most likely happen.
Yeah. As long as not another Street Fighter cross Tekken,
I don't think that's going to happen at all.
no.
I think Harada's just going to keep it to himself. Keep Tekken on its own, because Tekken 8's coming out soon anyways.
Yeah.
Plus, I haven't got a chance to play the open beta, so I'm hating low-key.
Oh, you're not the only one. You are not the only one. Oh man. Our next topic. PlayStation 5 sales exceed 40 million units. Console is now well stocked. So we are now out of the days where
We were bitching that the fact there weren't PS5.
yeah, there were no PS5s to buy or whatnot.
this was 3 years ago, bro.
Yeah. But now it's becoming more accessible. Everyone can get a PS5 nowadays, and you know it's selling very well. Of course, it's PlayStation. Like after the success of the PS4 and how it completely just blew Microsoft out of the water, especially with that E3 conference that they had years ago. Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah, PlayStation. Yeah, PlayStation. They learned their mistakes from the PS3, and they did right by the PS4. And I remember during the E3 press conference when they were showing the PS4, and the Xbox One. I remember going on Twitter the day of that press the press event release, and people were just not happy with the Xbox One. Like
No, they were not.
all these restrictions and all these things that you have to do with the Xbox One. Like, what the hell? And then, of course, the guy saying, well, something that's saying like, if you don't like your Xbox One, then you could just play it on the Xbox 360 or somewhere along the lines. I don't.
That's like a dick move.
Yeah, like hey, if you can't afford the Xbox One, then you can continue to play on your Xbox 360. I'm just like, you do not want to insult your fan base like that. You
know what? And then there's still some loyalists that are like, you know what? We'll give this a shot and where it goes.
Yeah. And then PlayStation was right after Xbox, and that's when they completely crushed it. And then, of course, they announced the price, because if you remember, the Xbox One on release was more pricier than the PS4 because it was $500.
Yeah.
And the PS4, $400. So that's when everyone was like, fuck it, we're making a shift, we're going to PlayStation.
Bro, I literally got my Xbox One pre-owned like 2 years after that whole incident. It ended up being like $180.
Yeah.
And it still has it's still running surprisingly. I haven't even touched it in like maybe a few months. I did like one stream with it a while ago, just to see if my Elgato was still working. That thing is like strong. I'm impressed.
Oh, yeah.
But seeing the PS5 being now accessible, we can now say accessible.
Yeah.
Go for one with a disc.
Yeah. And I also saw an article, and I think I retweeted it on Twitter, that there's a sale going on in the UK to where the PS5 disc version is selling for $100 less now. So
what?
Yeah, it's selling for $100 less. So now there's rumor and speculation that PlayStation is trying to get rid of their stock of their original PlayStations, and then slowly start getting ready to release the PS5 Slim.
Yuck.
Now, of course, it's in traditional fashion that every PlayStation always have a slim version. Since the PlayStation 1 up until now, there's always a slim version. Always a slim version. So you can always expect that. I just wish and I hope with this new slim PS5, when it ever comes out, when it does come out, for the love of God, for people who are TOs like myself, please put the two USBs in the front of the console. I do not know what convinced y'all to be like, hey, we're going to put two USBs in the back of the console, but we're going to put one in the front. No,
they're most likely going to keep it the same. We know this.
No, like two in the front, you can put maybe two in the back, but at least two in the front.
4 USB ports would be accommodating.
Yes, I agree. But also the design, as I said, it's very tall. It's not very, transportable compared to like the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. At least you can, stack them together. The PS5 is just like weirdly shaped, but you look at the PS3, especially the Fat Boy one, and you can see that, okay, I don't know what convinced y'all to make it this shape, but it's not very easily portable. Same thing with the PS5. PS1, PS2, PS4, y'all got it right. Design-wise, y'all got it right. 3 and 5, what the fuck what y'all doing? I'm just saying.
Huh. Oh, sorry, I was looking at something off topic, but I just saw that you can have now like a monitor that you can place on top of your PS5, the G-Story. I saw Jabali with it, and I thought that was incredible, actually.
Really?
But it's like $370 that you can have a portable screen on top of it that has like 2 to 4K quality.
That's not bad.
I know, for fighting games, it's just portable. I'd take it.
Oh, yeah.
The Slim, I hope there's 2 extra USBs. I feel like they're going to keep the same recipe, but just like try to shorten it.
Yeah.
And I'll probably wait the first few months instead of pre-ordering it like a savage, because the odds are it may have a defect, like the last ones. That whole thermal paste incident.
Ah, yeah.
I know, a lot of people seem to have forgotten that. That's why I got mine afterwards.
I don't blame you.
Well, actually, I was just waiting, and then I just found a GameStop that had it.
Yeah.
Dumb luck.
All right. And now our final topic, the debate over classic controls and modern / simple controls in fighting games.
So you've played enough Modern with Zangief. How do you feel with it?
All right, so with modern controls, especially with me playing with Zangief, I feel that I don't have the damage, but I can react better. My reaction is better. My reaction time is a lot better, and the chances of me misinputting decreases. Versus if I were to use like classic controls, then okay, now I got to make sure that I don't misinput a move, or I don't drop a combo or whatnot. And if I want to do a combo, I want to make sure that it is optimal. So that means I have to be perfect in my execution. At least when it comes to like with modern controls, for me, it's more so of I'm trading the fact that I can't be very creative with the limited movesets that I have, but I have to, 1, learn the matchup, 2, I can react better, and 3, I can be optimal with what I have, because now I don't have to worry about dropping anything. So that's, for me, that's how I feel with modern controls, is the fact that there is a trade-off that, 1, you don't have the whole range of stuff that you can do with this character. You're very limited. But with that limitation, you also have some benefits, and the benefits being the fact that, 1, your reaction time is going to be a lot better than the other person who has to input that move.
That's true.
Like, prime example, Zangief's SPD. On a controller or a D-pad or a stick, you have to do the full motion.
On a stack box, it's worse. I know how to do it, but I just don't want to.
Yeah, because it requires a lot of work. But on modern controls, it's literally just one button.
Yeah.
Granted, as I said, the only downside is the fact that I'm trading damage, but I'm getting an easier input.
You're getting easier access.
Yeah, I'm getting easier access to do this move. So the chances of me misinputting is very, very slim. The chances of me dropping something, very slim. The only thing I need to do is learn matchups, know when to block, know when to react, and once I figure that out, I'm winning my matches.
Oh, 100%, of course. With Classic, it does come with damage, the authenticity, and the accommodations. With D-pad, if you can do it, I give you a lot of power. But if you do a snack box and an SPD, it's just like literal circle motion on like your 4 movement buttons. But if you do a 720, you have to do it rapidly, or at least hold up. Like, I call those people psychopaths if they play it like that. Like, those are scary people that know how to operate like that.
Yeah.
But your traditional DPs, quarter circles, are like literal just plinking like a piano. Which I've been playing hitbox, leverless sticks, snack boxes for a while, and definitely do enjoy it. I definitely would give Modern a shot, especially with the complications of certain characters or combo routes. But buff Ryu. Yeah, Modern Ryu is actually going to be more deadly than it would be for like Classic.
Yeah.
Because DP on reaction is beautiful. But if you whiff a DP into a fireball when you don't want to, that's where it gets a little...
Yeah.
That's what I've been struggling with for a while. But I'm slowly overcoming it.
Yeah. And I remember, I think it's happened like a couple of tournaments ago where Nightbreed, he was here. And he was up against somebody. And I remember this because he literally had the match. I think, it was against... I forgot the name. Student. It was against a guy called Student. He was using Modern Ryu.
Oh, yeah. He beat me one tournament.
Yeah, and Nightbreed, when he was doing his combo with Ken, when he does the Jinrai kick and it's still his turn or
Don't tell me he used an EXDP.
No, he didn't use an EXDP. If I remember, it's like he did the Jinrai kick. And then when Ken does that Jinrai kick and he's like on the other side of you, and then you would bust out like your level 3.
Yes.
It did not come out for Nightbreed.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it's been a common thing to where players feel like they inputted the move, but the move did not come out.
Yeah, the input reading is a little bit bad in the game.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to improve it. Even, like, respectfully, Street Fighter has been updating their games religiously.
Yeah.
If somebody finds an exploit.
Yeah.
Especially if you hold most of your punch buttons back to attack a throw or hold a block automatically. They said, no, you're going to have to hold your back, hold back and then your light punch and kick. Instead of holding 3 buttons back just to, like, gimmick people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason why I just use modern controls, especially if I'm using Zangief, I'm going to use modern controls because the fact that his command grabs, I'm not trying to input the whole thing. If it's easy for me to do, it's easy for me to do. I will take less damage in order for me to get the move off.
Yeah, I don't see anyone as my character yet in Street Fighter. I'm waiting for the next DLCs to pop up.
Yeah.
Rashid is not my type, the way he, like, operates.
Yeah, and even when I was playing with Rashid on modern controls, I was just like, nah.
I'm waiting for Ed or Aki.
I'm waiting for Akuma. I want to use Akuma on modern controls.
Oh my god. You'll most likely be limited to Fireball, every Shoto. Except it's worse. Well, more deadly. Aki has a poison mechanic, so I do want to test her out.
Yeah. Now, going back to the argument of modern and technical controls. I remember, I don't know if you saw the debate discussion with Grand Blue Rising, where now there is no disadvantage when you use like the simple controls.
Oh, for real?
No disadvantage.
It's all equal now.
It's completely equal with technical. And I remember, and there were people online, voicing their opinions. Is like what they had in the current Grand Blue is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So there's no need to change it, because the fact that if you were to use simple controls, then your cooldowns would be a lot slower compared to someone who's using technical controls.
Really?
Yeah. For someone like myself, I use for the actual Grand Blue, I use both. And that depends on the situation at the time being. When I played the Rising Beta, I was using all simple, and I was just like, oh, I am moving with Narmaya. And the fact that there is like no nerf to her damage or cooldown, oh, I'm really, really moving with this character. I'm really enjoying
I should try it out with Lowain.
Yeah, the beta's still out. I mean, the beta's out today. So if you have a PS5, or I think you also play it on PS4 as well, download it, play it, try it before the beta ends. I think
I'm gonna give it a whirl later.
Yeah, just like try it for yourself. Try a couple of characters. The online netcode is
like they actually refined it.
Yes, it's rollback, baby.
They actually refined it.
Yes, rollback, baby.
Oh my god, we've been waiting. for this for a
Grand
while,
Blue
though.
got rollback, y'all, and I played the
confidence.
beta, and it is beautiful.
Have you found anyone you knew in the beta?
No, it's unfortunate, because I was hoping to run into some of the guys that do come out to play Grand Blue, because they was also playing the same night that I was playing it, but we did not run into each other. And that was the one negative thing about the beta, was the fact that there is no way to invite people to come play with
I know
you.
you would have like a fun party sesh or something like that.
Yes, because
I'm in on Grand Blue too.
yeah, and I would definitely say even the new character, Siegfried, I like what he has, and I'm hoping today, after we're done with the podcast, I can go home, play it, try Siegfried out, and see how I like him and whatnot. But of course, Narmaya being my main, I want to get more time with her, because granted, there are some stuff that I could not do with Narmaya in Rising that I could do in the original Grand Blue, but there are some new stuff that you can do that you can be really creative with, and especially with the fact that now you can use 25% of your meter, you can use 50% of your meter, and now you have something called Raging Strikes, or
It looks like a guard crush.
Yeah, a guard crush. It's like guard crush and drive impact mixed in together.
What?
Yeah. Granted, now they took away the rush that you can do in Grand Blue, and they also took away the overdrive.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, the overdrive. I'm on everyone's side on. Yeah, get rid of the overdrive. We don't want that. But at least the rush, that saved me so much. Especially the fact that you can backdash away from someone. Like if you know they're about to hit you with something as you're about to wake up, I could just backdash away from it.
Wow.
But now they don't have it in Rising, which sucks.
It does.
But with Raging Strikes,
I feel like it
it's good.
accommodates.
You also have like dash moves now. Yeah, you have dash moves.
Oh my god.
So the
Do you,
game's
still, do you still have overhead strikes?
no, the overhead strike that you would do in Grand Blue, the original, is not in this one. They have it blended in with the Raging Strikes now.
Okay, that actually is dope.
Yeah. But like you can still get like an overhead hit. Like if you do, I think forward heavy, like as you're doing the combo, like when you're doing the auto combo, like 1, 2, and then you would do like a forward heavy, you would do an overhead. Now if you were to do a forward mid, you would do a sweep.
Ooh,
So yeah, it's real interesting now.
that's funky. I like it.
Yeah, so it's like now you can be really creative, and it's like, bro, I need more time with this game. And you also have Skybound Arts.
Yes, I saw that. I was reading the actual Grand Blue page.
Yeah, you have Skybound Arts, you have your Super Skybound Arts and whatnot, like, the moves that you would do if you had like 100% meter, but now with your Skybound Arts, I believe it's I think it's either 25% of your meter or 50%.
I think it's 50%, and then you have the critical one, which is like when you're low on health.
Yeah.
That's freaking crazy that you can do 50%.
Yeah.
Imagine hitting that twice in a row. That would be disgraceful.
Yeah, like I think I posted a reel. I think on my. I don't think I. Well, if you watched my previous stream, there were some moves that we're doing where, like the character like will go blue. That is like your Skybound art.
Oh.
Like so, think of it like you're doing a DP, right?
Yes.
If you do the blue version of it, that does more damage, and I think that also takes up I think 25%.
So it's like a overdrive / EX.
Yeah.
That's one way to.
Yeah, it's an overdrive and EX. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you said it better.
Okay. That's
So-
good to know.
And I'm like, for the longest, I'm like, can I combo into this? And I don't think you can't. But then again, as I said, I need more time with this game.
Yeah.
The beta is just like, granted, you can only play it in these increment times. It's just like, I need to play this game more.
Is there a release date or not yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
But you already know, day one, I'm on this game. And for those that are watching, and that for those that do come out to Flint, Grand Blue Rising is going to be on Friday nights, same nights as Street Fighter.
Man, Flint is going to be popping. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm looking forward to the game as well. But with modern and simple controls, as I mentioned before, I understand, and I do agree with the argument that a lot of people are saying that there should be a penalty if you use simple controls. Granted, yeah, you can have less damage, or your cooldowns are going to be a little bit longer compared to the technical ones, but there should be like a trade-off so that way you can condition people to get used to doing the technical moves. I believe the one game that does it right with technical and or classic controls or modern controls or simple controls, I think the fighting game that did it right was Dragon Ball FighterZ. Dragon Ball FighterZ did it right because the fact that you can, like, literally off the bat, you can just do nothing but simple combos and you could win a game. You could win a fight.
Dang.
But there are gonna be moments at times where it's like you're gonna have to learn some technical combos to be even more proficient, to do touch of death combos. That's gonna require you to learn the technical combos. And Dragon Ball FighterZ did it right to where it's together. There is like no simple controls or modern controls that you could pick separately. It's together, but it works. So with Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, not Rising, but Versus, they had the right formula because you could use both. Like for me, if I didn't want to put into DP motion, I would have to. If I didn't want to do that, I could just do forward R1,
Which is a unique skill.
Yeah.
Or forward skill.
Yeah, just forward R1, and I would just do a DP. Now, granted, I can't spam DP a lot, but if I did the technical one, I could spam it a lot. There's the trade-off.
Good to know.
Yeah. So, again, with simple controls and modern controls, it really depends on player preference. And I would also say that, do you feel proficient with this character if you use a certain type of control? Do you feel like you can win games and matches with this certain type of control? Because here's the thing. If you use simple controls and you know the matchup, then you already know you're going to win because you know the matchup. You know what to react to. You know how to condition your opponent. You may not care about all these optimization combos. You may not care about trying to do all these things, but if you know the matchup, you know when to block, you know when to shimmy, you know when to do a fuzzy jump and whatnot, then it doesn't matter if you use simple or technical. It don't matter to you. Because as I
can
said,
agree with that.
if you're able to win the game, if you're able to be proficient with this character and you know the matchup, then it's just like it doesn't matter.
You can outplay it just with simplicity at its finest.
Exactly. It's like, what is comfortable for you? And I think for, people who have been in the fighting game scene for years, decades, of course, everyone grew up on technical controls.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody grew up on technical controls. But to get more people to come in, not a lot of people want to, spend the time learning all these technical controls.
Literally.
So they want, something, a little bit easier or simple. And if it means that, hey, I'm going to trade off some advantages that I have with my character, fine, I'll take that. But if I'm able to learn the matchup a lot better, react to things a lot better, then it's just like, well, it's worth it for me. Now, granted, with simple controls or modern controls, you become predictable.
Yeah.
That's the downside. You become predictable because it's like, I know you don't have this move. I know you can't do this. I know you can't do that. So there's that trade-off. There's the disadvantage is the fact that if the person is using technical controls, like if it's a mirror match, right? And they know that you're using simple controls and you know that this person is using technical controls, it's going to be a battle of who's going to get who.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know you can't do this. I know you can't do that. Meanwhile, the person that's using simple controls would be like, I know you can do a lot more, but I have to condition you for me to win. So there's pros and cons on both styles of controls. And it really depends on your preference and then, of course, your experience. And can you adapt? That's my argument.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's very well said, actually.
Yeah.
That left me speechless. But yeah, as long as you play with your own comfort, that's definitely the real power to you. That's the real advantage. Mm-hmm. And if you can continue to persevere, or at least learn matchups, adapt, or even ask for games, I think you're already a step ahead, regardless of playstyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
And buffer you.
Well, I think we've covered all topics.
Yeah,
and
pretty good paced.
Yeah. So for those that are watching and tuning in, as I said, don't worry. The next episode, we're gonna make sure that you guys are able to see the topics as we're going down the line. So when we don't have a guest, we'll be doing this type of style of our podcast episodes like this. Just, hey, what's, going on in gaming news and whatnot. Maybe we'll do it maybe once a month, since it's literally we're literally towards the end of July. So
yeah,
maybe we could do this once a month where we just cover a lot of things that we just talk about and just go over everything and continue on with, all right, we'll bring on some guests, make things a lot, interesting and entertaining for you guys as well. And just, go forward with that. So, Wallagy, do you have any closing words?
Closing words. Glad that we got shooters back, such as Call of Duty. Looking forward to seeing the next Insomniac game coming out. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on, and we can't wait to share it with you guys.
Absolutely.
I think that's just the best I can close with. I'm still waking up from the coffee. I didn't even do much. But I'm looking forward to the next few episodes. New guests, new people, new viewers. Thank you guys so much for following us and still continuing on. Since we started in 2020, this has been we were just saying this, it's almost been nearly 2.5 years or so since we last did an actual gaming news topic.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's good to be back. Good to stick back to our old roots and keep growing from there.
Yeah. So with that being said, from me, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll have another episode next Sunday, and hopefully AJ is here with us because he is not.
Yes, I know.
Or we'll be working controls, and we'll have like a guest here. So
We'll figure it out.
yeah, we'll figure it as time moves on. But definitely, guys, thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in. There are going to be some updates to where we're going to no longer be uploading the podcast to SoundCloud. It's just not beneficial.
Not at all.
So we're just going to stick to Spotify, iTunes, Anchor, and all the other places because we get more traction over there. So
Yes, we do.
not to throw any shade to SoundCloud, but yeah, podcast ain't gonna be on SoundCloud from this episode. After this episode, we're not gonna be on SoundCloud beginning in August. So other than that, if you're watching us on our platforms, you already know. Since we're streaming on YouTube and Facebook, y'all can watch the playback of the podcast episodes if you guys want. And yeah, follow us on our socials. And other than that, we are signing out. Y'all have yourselves a good